Monthly Metaphysics Mastery. I'm Amy Theisen, your host and metaphysics expert. I am a consultant and I'm a guide. And have you ever felt like the world has handed you this beautiful glass of champagne and you find out that it's really a glass of vinegar? Well, buckle up, because that is exactly what August 2025 is all about, where everything looks perfect, but it isn't. So here we go. Now, if you want to play along with me in just a few moments, make sure that you have your personal Basi chart. You know, it's that thing that you promised yourself that you'd understand way back in February. Make sure that you have it. You can scan the QR code. It will take you to my website where you can plug in your birth date information. That is if you have subscribed to my free courses. If you haven't subscribed to my free courses, head over to my website right now, amytheisen.com. Click the free courses up in the upper right-hand corner. It'll take you to where you just enter your email, and then you can get your chart generator. And if you really like this stuff, you can use the 3 courses on there to help build your knowledge and foundation. So this is the month of the Yang Wood Monkey. Sounds playful, right? Wrong. It's more like a squirrel that's on espresso swinging a chainsaw around. So this monkey is trying to cut down the very wood that it is supposed to support, which means trust issues. It means surprise plot twists, like you're following the signs only to find they lead you to a drop-off. But wait, there's more. This is the actual chart of the month, and this month of the monkey kicks off 3 months of metal elemental season. It's heading into fall. So our August month actually technically starts on the 7th. As this monkey comes in, there's a lot of things going on. This metal comes in, but truly it's fake, like a knockoff handbag, but with the designer price tag. So don't bank on that glimmer of hope, because it is just glitter. It's not real. It's not the gold. Because this monkey is clashing fully with the 2025 chart. It's combining with the snake ear. It's also harming the pig. It also has this hidden thing going on with the rabbit. So it is touching every single one of our year charts pillars, of our year charts animals. So translation, breakdowns, and breakthroughs. We want to make sure that you don't get your hopes up too high only to see them dash off in another direction. Governments might be sneaking in some of their own moves too. Think more cuts to services, more taxes, more tariffs, all of the above. Because again, this month is all about clashes. It's all about harms. It's all about combinations. So again, it's a month of breakdowns and breakthroughs. The other thing that's going on, so wait, that's not all. We've won the cosmic jackpot this month. We have what's called an ungrateful punishment forming this month. Think betrayal, think disappointment, and an overall urge to walk away from it all, not because it's broken, but because you're just really tired of holding it all together. So this is formed by this monkey, the tiger, and the snake, all 3 present in the month of August. This ungrateful punishment is affecting everyone worldwide. People are going to be starting to view life as unfair. What am I saying? Starting? They've been viewing it that way all year, but it's just going to get heightened this month. They're viewing life as unfair, that everyone has it better than they do. They want their own piece of the pie. They're becoming very, very selfish. It's all about me, me, me. We know this isn't true, right? Okay, really think about that. Is life really unfair to you? There's more good in the world than ever. We're just not seeing it. You got to look for it. If you start thinking that there's a hidden agenda every time someone comes up to you, then you're going to attract betrayal this month. You're going to attract the betrayals that you've been fearing. So just know this. It is not all doom and gloom. It really isn't. This month brings serious potential. If you're willing to move, if you're willing to adjust, if you're willing to rewrite your life script, it is not a month to sit and sulk. It is a month to get strategic and go. Sharpen your tools, aim with precision, and step forward, because August is going to move fast. You thought the year moved fast? August is going to move fast, and you will want to be ready. Guys, you guys, we're already over halfway through 2025. What have you been doing? We've got a dicey 2026 coming up. I've already started looking and preparing for 2026, and it's a little dicey out there. So you want to get your stuff done this year. Get yourself motivated. Get that product out there. Get your product or service or business launched. Know what ingredients you have in your own personal toolkit, in your own personal life, the resources that you have, and make something happen now. This is a month to practice gratitude. That ungrateful punishment, don't fall into its trap. Practice gratitude. Get moving. Less overthinking. Stop it. Stop procrastinating. You know who I'm talking to, right? You know if you procrastinate. Stop it and just get it done this month. Our hexagram. Is the hexagram going to provide us any relief? Well, maybe a little bit. But first, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with Mercury retrograde for just a few more days, and then as it settles out and dissipates, then we'll be fine. So Mercury retrograde ends on August 11th, and retrograde makes communication difficult. It stifles technology, things like that. So if you've noticed more computer glitches, things with your phone, things with anything technology related or communication and conversations that just go haywire, hey, that's the Mercury retrograde this month. The hexagram is what we call after completion. So imagine this. It probably sounds like a celebration, right? Because you made it. You got through it. You won the race. You've broken through the finish line. That's why I have this image right here. But the truth really is, you cross the finish line. Just make sure you don't trip over your shoelaces. What does that mean? It means it's what happens next. After we think we've made it, after we think things have settled down. It's the moment when everything looks smooth on the surface, but small missteps, if ignored, can cause pretty big unravelings very quickly. So this is about action, about sustaining our success, staying alert and not just coasting along. It's about, in plain terms, don't get complacent. Don't, just because things seem really balanced, you still need to double check your systems, make sure your foundation is strong, and make sure your so-called completion isn't just the beginning of a slow unravel. So this is not a month to be complacent. It is not a month to coast. It is not a month to turn away. You need to be paying attention, and you need to continue to go forward. So now I'd like you to play along at home, because it's your turn. It's your turn to pull out your Basi chart, to pull out your life chart. Yes, the thing, again, you promised you'd learn how to read 6 or 7 months ago. And let's see what August has in store for you personally. So here is how things are shaping up. We have a clash with the tiger. That's our clash animal. We have a harm animal with the pig. We have a combination animal with the snake, and this forms water. And then we have a 3-harmony combination with the dragon and the rat. So the snake, dragon, the monkey, rat, and dragon are special friends, the 3-harmony. So how do we see this in your chart? If you're looking at your Basi chart right now, you would look in this area that's highlighted in blue, the year, month, date, and hour that you were born in the chart you just created. And you would see if you have a tiger, oh, this chart does, a snake, this chart does, or a dragon, this chart does. So this person would have all kinds of things going on with them this month, and they need to be alert on how they can leverage it and actually not succumb to some of the negative side of it, and instead ride the wave of the positive. So that's what I want you to be paying attention to. So you're looking here in your chart, the animals are written in plain English there. And depending on where they show up will be the different aspects of your life that they will affect. So this is the chart. If you've watched me for a while, you can start to memorize this. So the year is going to be affecting your friends, your social media network, your industry, your appearance, people you might know, friendly with, but not exactly super good friends with. Your month is going to affect your career, your boss, your work, your parents, your performance, your money, and so forth. So let's start with that tiger. This is the clash that I alluded to earlier with the actual year chart. Whenever we see a clash in the year chart, we know it's going to be a little bit interesting month. Let's put it that way. The clash animal tiger is what we call a wood metal clash. It is a blood knife, and it indicates the possibility for accidents with injuries. So if you have tiger in your chart, you need to be alert to that. You are in full-on clash. Those of you with tiger, think tension. Think possible someone pushing all your buttons when you just cleaned up all of your emotions. This clash tends to stir up movement, emotional movement, physical movement, or both. You might feel edgy, you might feel short-tempered, or just irritated by everything from traffic lights to a toned-up email. You want to react fast. So my advice to you, those of you that have tiger in your chart, is just pause. Take a breath. Remember you have the clash. What you're feeling is likely valid, but now is not the time to act on it. Give yourself some space. Give yourself a moment before you finally respond. And this goes for when you're out driving or doing anything physical. Take extra precaution because you might not cause the accident, but someone else might be driving in such a way that pulls you into the accident. Just be careful. Okay, be careful if you've got the clash. Clash indicates that it's time for us to make some changes. So depending on where it shows in your chart, look at that area of your life and what can you change up. It's just a monthly energy, so it's not something that's long-term. Pay attention to your emotions, but see if you can actually switch something, change something up in your life. Here again is where you'd be looking in your chart, your month, day, and hour. It's all titled just like that. You can also look in your luck pillar. Luck pillar has the least impact as far as 1 month is concerned. But when you have good stuff there, it means get moving and get on the good stuff. And the good stuff is yet to come. Now we have the pig. If you have pig in your chart, you have the harm relationship with the monkey monk. Harms are sneaky. They don't blow up like a clash does. They slowly chip away at your patience. You might find people rubbing you the wrong way, or situations feel a little bit off, but not really in an obvious way. This energy can bring misunderstandings, awkward timing, slightly betrayed feelings. That's that monkey, that emotional betrayal. Like when someone cancels plans. So think about this. You showered, you put your makeup on, and they call and say, oh, never mind. So the solution is lower the stakes. Don't expect emotional precisions from others this month. Don't expect everything someone says they're going to do that they're actually going to end up doing it. Give people grace, give people space. And don't allow yourself to become betrayable. It's about becoming unbetrayable whenever you have a harm, especially between the pig and the monkey. It's all about relationships, guys. Next, we have a combination. This month, usually talk about the 6 combination is pretty good, but this month happens to be a combination destruction formation with the snake. Now, the snake and the pig are best friends. Excuse me, the snake and the monkey. Now, the snake and the monkey are best friends. But it's a love-hate relationship. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a combination and a destruction. And here's how it plays out. You're going to feel magnetically pulled into something, an opportunity, a person, a new direction. And another part of you is going to want to just blow it up before it begins. It's kind of that push-pull energy that makes it hard to know what's intuition and what's emotional sabotage. So pay attention. So my advice here is don't rush decisions. Let the dust settle a little bit. Let the story unfold before you make a move. If you know your chart and you know that you need water, water is good for you, then by all means dive full head on and don't look back. Just know that destructions also means something needs to be remodeled. It's a great time to get rid of something that's no longer serving you, a habit, a thought process, something you're doing internally or externally, or could be a person, or could be a job. It could be something that just needs to be taken down and something new built up in its place. So that's the push-pull of the snake and the snake and the monkey, the combination this month. Now we have a 3 harmony. This is a little more supportive this month. The 3 harmony combination with the monkey includes the rat and the dragon. So look at your chart to see if you have rat and or dragon in your chart. And they will show up, of course, somewhere for you. And you will see what they look like in your chart. And that means you have a 3 harmony. Now, maybe you just have the dragon, or maybe you just have the rat. This is called a partial 3 harmony, and it still affects you. It also, the 3 of these together create an additional water. This is a really nice special formation, and it brings in the potential for increased flow, clarity, and movement forward. Here's the thing. Combinations are always just potential. Think of it like the green light at a traffic light. You still have to drive your car through it, right? I have seen so many people on their cell phones texting or looking at their phones, and they miss the green light. They look up, I'm sitting behind them, they look up and the light turns yellow and they speed through, and I'm like, oh, thanks a lot. Or they're sitting at a stop sign. So this is the thing. This is a potential. For those of you with rat in your chart, it can feel like inspiration is returning to you. You may feel more emotionally balanced. Conversations flow more easily. It's a great time to connect and create and collaborate. If you've got dragon in your chart, the energy shows up as more strategic alignment. It's not loud, but it's powerful. You find ideas landing with precision, and you may even notice openings that felt stuck before are now crystal clear and easy. So this is a good time to make your move quietly but confidently. Don't explode onto the scene, slide into the scene. Just remember, the combination strengthens water in your chart, so be fluid, be curious, go where the current feels aligned for you, and don't force. It's about being willing to shift in the direction that you're being led. So again, combinations we typically see as positive. It really depends on if the element is favorable or not for you. Water is usually a needed element for most people. However, if you have too much water in your chart, it can cause even more emotional upheaval for you. If water is something that you don't need, the strategy is to just go inward and calm down, control your emotions, and the month will be just fine for you. Now, if you have both the tiger and the snake in your chart, you are an overachiever. Just like our 2025 chart has both the snake and the tiger, when the monkey comes in, it creates the ungrateful punishment. And guess what? You get to have that activated for you if you have both snake and tiger. This is not about literal betrayal, but it feels like it. You might feel underappreciated, misunderstood, or like people who asked for your help are now questioning your very existence. It might trigger this, maybe I should just move to a new city and open up an ice cream store. It's normal. Just don't confuse a rough week with a failed life. The antidote for this ungrateful punishment is gratitude. Express gratitude. It's about simplicity. It's about staying grounded. You are not crazy this month, I promise. It's just your chart talking, or rather, your chart is trying to dictate your life. So you need to take control. I told you it's happening. I told you what you need to do. Now you get to decide, is this ungrateful punishment are you going to allow it to affect you? Or are you going to say to yourself, that isn't my belief. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to take action. I'm not going to allow emotional manipulation to sidetrack or derail my life. So those of you that have tiger, and snake in your chart, you've got a little bit more work to do, but I know you can do it. So here is a deeper information about this. Ungrateful punishments can make you feel like life is unfair. Talked about that earlier. Other people, you feel like people have a hidden agenda with you. You may feel like the grass is greener somewhere else, about not being appreciated. You just need to look at how you can shift, turn to something positive, be more creative, and set your mindset to gratitude. Here's how it might express in your chart. Monkey, snake, tiger, that's what they look like. You can read them in your chart. That's how you know if you have it. If you don't have your chart, if you didn't play along at the beginning, make sure you head over to my website, amytheisen.com. Up in the upper right-hand corner, it says free courses. Click that, enter your email, and it'll open up your world to the beginning steps of Chinese metaphysics, where you can get your Bazi chart or your life chart, and you can take those 3 classes, introducing yourself to your life, your personal life star, your day master, and guardian of destiny. It's really interesting stuff to learn about. It's really all about you, and there's no strings attached. So now let's talk feng shui. Feng shui is where we have different energy systems falling in our homes and our businesses in different parts of the world, based on landform, based on chi flow. And this piece is pretty quick, down and dirty, looking at the flying star energies of the month. This is August. All of our stars fly back into their home positions. We've got a lot of stagnant energy in August with our Chiman chart, which I didn't cover this time, and our flying star charts, because everything is back in home palaces. So it's going to feel a little stagnant, a little stuck. But we can notice that we have some good combinations with the year energy, specifically in the Southeast. Southeast are a great area to use this month. The 5 flies into the middle right here. I do have an activation for you. This is going to be on August 8th. You will want to start your water activation in the south. Now there's a high level activation, and this is just one part of it. This is on August 8th. Start your water at 7:11 or 7:19 a.m. and stop it at 1:19 p.m. So you let it run for those hours. If you can't stop it at 1 p.m., you can just stop it before 7:19 on the night. So I have 2 types of water formations here. One is just a garbage can that has a pump in the bottom. The other is a larger fish tank that also has a pump in it. You just turn that on 7:19 a.m. in the south of your home or office. The way you find that is you find the center, stand with your compass, figure out where south 2 is. So due south, right there. Place your water formation in anywhere that little blue bubble would be, or wherever it would be in your house, outside corner, still inside the house, but on the outside wall is ideal, or anywhere in the area from the center of your house towards the south 2 is fine. And then one last announcement before I close things for the month of August is I have my mid-year Accelerate workshop coming up on the 21st at 7 o'clock p.m., 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. It'll be about 2.5 to 3 hours of content about what is coming up for the end of the year. It's using your life chart, showing you how you can maximize and thrive for these last 6 months till we head into 2026, which pretty dicey coming up. It is the year of the Crimson Horse, followed by the Blood Red Goat year of 2027. I don't know about you, but I want to know everything I can do to make sure that I'm riding the wave of success, focusing on financial abundance, because that's where our focus needs to be this year, 2026 and 2027. So if you want to find out what you can be doing, head over to my website, amytheisen.com. Register or find out more information about that mid-year Accelerate workshop. It's held on Zoom, 7 p.m. Central Time. You can, again, register or just find out more information of that on my website. And my final advice, final thoughts for the month is embrace your loved ones, share more smiles, find time to laugh, and allow yourself to feel joyful. Because always remember, you are the designer of your destiny. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you thought. Have a great month. If you like this, please like it and share it. I love to have others have this information. See you next month. Thanks for watching.